Choosing the right plant that aligns with your zodiac sign can completely shift the flow of wealth and energy in your home. Hello, I am Master Quan. Many people believe that having greenery around is a good thing. But the truth is, not everyone who grows plants actually feels calm, at peace, or sees their money staying in the house. Some people take really good care of their plants. The plants look healthy and lush, yet the living space still feels tiring. Their minds are restless, and money seems to come in and go out just as fast. This is not because the plant is bad, but because it does not truly match the energy of the person living with it. Each of us is born with a unique rhythm of energy. The zodiac is not about fortune-telling. It is simply a way to better understand your natural vibe. Some people are bold and strong, some are deep and introspective, some need stability, and others thrive on freedom. Plants are the same. Each type of plant carries a different kind of energy. When you choose the right plant that matches your zodiac sign, your space naturally balances out, your mind becomes clearer, and you start making smarter financial decisions. Wealth does not come from luck, it comes from long-term harmony. In this video, I will walk you through each zodiac sign and reveal the luckiest plant that suits each one. These plants are easy to grow, easy to take care of, and perfect for your everyday life. Before we begin, I invite you to leave a comment saying, "I am choosing the right energy for my home." And if you find this content helpful, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you can stay with me for more in the future. Now comes the most important part of the video. I am going to reveal the lucky plant that truly matches each zodiac sign so you can see why just choosing the right plant can gently and sustainably shift the energy and flow of wealth in your home. Number 1. Gemini. Gemini individuals have incredibly flexible minds. Their thoughts are always in motion, constantly connecting ideas, always thinking. This is a huge strength, but if the living space is not aligned, this flexibility can quickly turn into mental scattering, confusion, and difficulty focusing over time. Geminis are never short on intelligence. What they often lack is a soft enough environment where their minds can truly rest. The fern is especially well suited to that kind of energy. Unlike plants with stiff shapes, straight leaves, or structured appearances, ferns have soft, naturally curved fronds that flow gently without being forced into any fixed shape. That alone brings a relaxing vibe to the room, particularly for those whose minds move fast and think a lot, like Geminis. Energetically, ferns offer balance. They do not push, they do not overstimulate. When placed in the living room, a reading corner, or even near a calm workspace, Geminis often feel their minds relax. Their thoughts become less tangled and more orderly. Ideas still flow, but in a way that is easier to manage and less overwhelming. One very important point is that ferns help keep the thought process from getting cut off. Geminis tend to jump from one idea to another very quickly, which can make it hard to follow through on things. The fern does not slow them down. Instead, it helps their thoughts move more smoothly like a steady stream of water rather than a bunch of broken paths. From a lifestyle and feng shui perspective, ferns make the space feel breathable and easier on the eyes, especially in smaller homes or rooms that need a sense of subtle calm. This plant does not demand much attention or create a feeling of control, which is perfect for Geminis, who need flexibility but still crave a stable base. Number 2. Leo. Leo is a sign with a strong yang energy, bold, confident, and always wanting their living space to reflect their vibrant inner spirit. If their environment feels too dull, too dark, or lacks a focal point, that energy can get bottled up, quietly draining their motivation without them even noticing. For Leos, home is not just a place to rest. It is a space for fueling inspiration and drive. The bromeliad plant is a great match for that kind of energy, thanks to its bright colors and upright structure. As soon as it enters the room, it adds life, vibrancy, and a spark almost like a soft spotlight that wakes up the entire space and fills it with energy. This is exactly what Leo needs, an environment that does not dim their natural confidence. In terms of energy and feng shui, the bromeliad has a welcoming, activating vibe. When placed in the living room, shared spaces, or anywhere with natural light, It helps make the space feel warmer, more inviting, and easier to connect in. That is really important for Leos, because the more open the environment, the more naturally new opportunities tend to appear. Another key benefit of the bromeliad is that it reactivates personal drive. Leos are usually full of strength and passion, but if their surroundings do not recharge them, that fire can start to fade. The bromeliad does not pressure or demand anything. It quietly lifts the mood, helping Leos stay energized, proactive, and confident, whether at work or in life. This plant is also very easy to care for. It does not need much attention, making it perfect for Leo's busy lifestyle. It stays bright and healthy without stressing out the person who owns it. That creates a subtle sense of ease, like everything is flowing the way it should. Number 3, Aries. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, full of fast, bold, decisive energy. People born under Aries often act before they hesitate. They are natural leaders, always ready to go for it and take responsibility. This is a powerful trait, but if not balanced properly, it can turn into rushing, burning out, or struggling to maintain steady energy, especially when it comes to decisions involving money. Succulent plants are a perfect match for Aries because they store energy instead of constantly releasing it. Their thick stems and leaves hold water, symbolizing the ability to pause, conserve, and wait for the right moment. For a sign that is always charging ahead, this kind of supportive energy helps prevent them from burning too fast. Unlike high-maintenance plants, succulents do not require constant care. That is important because Aries typically dislikes repetitive tasks or being tied down. Succulents stay strong and healthy, even if you do not check on them every day. This self-sustaining quality makes the home feel lighter and removes the invisible pressure of upkeep. Energetically, succulents help slow the rhythm of the home just enough to let Aries stop reacting impulsively. When the surroundings do not push for urgency, decisions become more thoughtful, which has a direct impact on managing money. Less impulse spending, fewer rash choices, and a better chance at long-term stability. Succulents also bring a clean and minimal feel, which matches Aries' straightforward personality. They are not messy or visually overwhelming. They help keep the living space simple but efficient, exactly the kind of environment Aries prefers to operate in. Number 4, Capricorn. Capricorn represents discipline, responsibility, and long-term endurance. People born under this sign do not rush or show off. They are solid, grounded, and stay committed to their chosen path. Capricorns believe in building up slowly, step by step, and value long-lasting stability over quick results. That is why their home needs to feel reliable, grounded, and free from unnecessary disruptions. Pine or arbor vitae, trees grown in pots, are excellent choices for Capricorn. These trees stay green all year round and have a strong, upright shape. They do not wilt easily, they do not change much with the seasons, and they do not need constant care. That steady presence is a mirror of how Capricorn moves through life, slow but sure, consistent but deep. In terms of energy, these trees create a grounding force in the home. When placed in the living room, near an entrance, or in a workspace, they become a mental anchor. Capricorns tend to feel more secure in such environments, less shaken by outside changes, and better able to focus on their long-term goals. Another big benefit is that these trees support a mindset of accumulation. Capricorns are naturally good with money, but if their space lacks stability, they may become overly cautious or anxious about the future. Evergreen trees that stay healthy without much fuss are gentle reminders that consistent effort brings results over time. That is key for saving money, holding on to wealth, and building a strong financial foundation. Number 5, Pisces. Pisces is one of the most emotionally sensitive signs. They easily pick up on the mood and energy around them, and their spirits are deeply affected by the atmosphere of their home. If their surroundings are too noisy, too heavy, or lacking gentleness, Pisces can feel drained without any clear reason. That is why they need a space that can naturally soothe and support their emotional well-being. The peace lily is a perfect match for this. It carries a soft, gentle, and calming energy. Its white flowers are not flashy or overwhelming, but instead bring a sense of purity and peace from the very first glance. When placed in a room, peace lilies help slow things down, reduce tension, and create a more comfortable, nurturing space ideal for the emotional rhythms of Pisces. In terms of Feng Shui, peace lilies help calm the energy field, especially in rest areas. When placed in a bedroom, reading nook, or a softly lit corner, the plant helps relax the body and quiet the mind. Many Pisces report deeper sleep and faster emotional recovery when this plant is nearby. Peace lilies are also very low maintenance. They do not demand constant attention, which is important because Pisces need mental rest, not extra responsibilities. The plant quietly thrives without making you feel like you need to check on it every day. Another key benefit is emotional balance. When a space is calm enough, emotions do not get pulled in every direction, and decision-making becomes clearer. A peaceful mind allows Pisces to handle challenges, even financial ones, with more grace and stability. Number 6. Sagittarius. Sagittarius thrives on freedom, curiosity, and a constant sense of discovery. This sign's energy does not do well with rigid routines or repetitive, uninspired surroundings. Even if everything seems fine on the outside, a lack of excitement can quickly drain their spirit. The alocasia, also known as elephant ear plant, fits Sagittarius perfectly thanks to its bold, unique, and striking appearance. With large veined leaves and a naturally upright posture, it brings a sense of motion to any room, much like Sagittarius's constant drive to move forward. Just adding one pot of alocasia to your space instantly makes it feel more alive and full of personality. In Feng Shui, alocasia opens up energy and expands your sense of vision. When placed near windows, in living areas, or anywhere with natural light, it removes that feeling of being boxed in. The space feels more open, more breathable, which is crucial for Sagittarius, who needs room to breathe to function at their best. This plant is not soft or delicate. Its presence creates a bold statement, giving Sagittarius the motivation to explore and learn. But its energy is not chaotic, it is focused, helping wild ideas find a path back to reality. One more benefit: it keeps the fire of inspiration alive without overwhelming the space. Sagittarius has plenty of ideas, but in a space that is too empty or too plain, that creative energy can fizzle out quickly. Alocasia helps keep that inspiration flowing in a steady way, so thoughts can actually turn into actions and real progress. Number 7. Libra. Libra is always searching for balance. Whether it is in conversations, relationships, or the way a room feels, harmony is key. When their environment is off even slightly, Libras are often the first to notice. And that quiet discomfort can last longer than expected. The lucky bamboo, also known as ribbon dracena, suits Libra beautifully. Its straight stalks give a sense of order and clarity, while the soft, flowing leaves prevent the space from feeling stiff. This balance between structure and softness creates a signature Libra atmosphere: neat, gentle, and quietly elegant. Placed in living rooms, hallways, or shared spaces, lucky bamboo brings a sense of lightness and clarity. It does not dominate the room or demand attention, but it helps everything else fall into place. That is what Libra needs most: a space that feels visually and emotionally calm. From a Feng Shui perspective, lucky bamboo smooths out the energy in the home. Conversations flow more easily, tension drops, and the general mood becomes more relaxed. That kind of peaceful atmosphere is exactly what helps Libra feel safe and grounded. Number 8. Taurus. Taurus represents steadiness and a sense of abundance. People born under this sign do not like sudden changes or following fleeting trends. Instead, they prefer to build a secure, stable, and meaningful life. For Taurus, feeling safe matters more than anything else, and the home plays a huge role in providing that feeling. The rubber tree is a great fit for Taurus. Its thick leaves, strong structure, and wide canopy give an immediate impression of strength and comfort. Just placing one pot of this plant in a room adds weight to the space, not in a heavy way, but in a way that makes everything feel full, grounded, and complete. That is exactly what Taurus looks for: a home that feels solid and supported. What is special about the rubber tree is how it grows slowly but steadily. It does not shoot up quickly. Each new leaf is strong, clear, and deliberate. This mirrors Taurus's natural rhythm: calm, consistent, and focused on steady growth. In a space with this plant, Taurus often finds it easier to be patient and less likely to rush into change or make impulsive decisions. Energetically, the rubber tree helps hold the energy in place. It gives a sense of material security and helps Taurus worry less about money or the future. When the mind no longer feels lack, financial decisions also become wiser, focus more on saving and protecting value rather than taking risks. It is also not a fragile-looking plant. Its thick leaves and sturdy stance make the person caring for it feel more anchored just by looking at it. And that long-term stability is something Taurus deeply needs in their life. Number 9, Virgo. Virgo is all about order, detail, and thoughtfulness. They like things to be clear, organized, and logical. A cluttered or chaotic environment can quickly trigger stress in Virgo, even if everything else seems fine. If the space around them does not feel clean visually, their mind starts to spin and it becomes hard to fully relax. The Chinese evergreen, especially the variety with white and green patterns, suits Virgo well. The leaves are clean, balanced, and neatly colored, giving off a sense of precision from the first glance. When placed indoors, this plant brightens the space and makes it feel open and mentally refreshing, exactly what Virgo needs to feel calm. The plant size is moderate. It does not grow wildly or uncontrollably, which helps keep the space tidy without needing constant pruning. In an orderly environment, Virgo's thoughts tend to fall into place more easily, reducing the stress of feeling like they have to manage everything all the time. From a Feng Shui view, this plant offers energy that cleanses and clarifies. It is perfect for people who overthink or analyze a lot, like Virgo. The plant helps lighten the mental load, making it easier to concentrate and avoid being distracted by small, unnecessary details. When the mind is clear, decisions also become calmer and more rational. Number 10. Scorpio. Scorpio has powerful, deep, and intense energy. They need a space that feels stable and private, where things are clear and not constantly changing. If their environment is messy or unpredictable, their inner focus can get scattered, even if everything seems fine on the outside. The snake plant, also known as Sansevieria, is ideal for Scorpio. Its tall, upright leaves with sharp edges give a strong, grounded feeling. The plant's shape suggests firmness, resilience, and quiet strength. When placed in a room, it brings stability to the energy flow and makes a strong visual impression without overwhelming the space. In Feng Shui, the snake plant helps protect and preserve personal energy. It keeps the atmosphere steady and guards against disruptions from the outside world. Whether placed in a living room, office, or shared space, it helps Scorpios stay grounded while maintaining an intense presence. One more advantage is how low maintenance it is. The snake plant thrives with minimal attention, which is perfect for Scorpio. This way, their energy is not drained by constant caretaking, but can stay focused on long-term goals and emotional stability. Number 11, Aquarius. Aquarius is known for its free-spirited nature, creative thinking, and strong desire for independence. Their living space needs to be open, flexible, and unrestricted, allowing energy to flow freely and inspire new ideas. When the environment is too rigid or lacks movement, Aquarians may feel trapped, and their creativity and independent thinking can start to fade. The golden pothos is a perfect match for Aquarius. It is highly adaptable, easy to grow, and flexible in how it grows. Its soft leaves and naturally trailing vines can climb, drape, or curve around any space, bringing in a gentle yet constant sense of motion. This perfectly reflects Aquarius' spirit, free, fluid, and yet grounded. From a Feng Shui perspective, the golden pothos helps soften the energy in a room. It creates a feeling of openness, ease, and natural rhythm. When placed in a living room, creative corner, or near a window, this plant helps awaken inspiration and supports a more relaxed, creative mindset. It also reduces tension in the environment, making the space feel friendlier, lighter, and easier to breathe in. Another great thing about the golden pothos is how low maintenance it is. It does not demand much care or constant attention, which makes it ideal for Aquarius. This allows the space to stay energized without creating any pressure, something Aquarius truly needs in order to let their ideas and inspiration flow freely. Number 12, Cancer. Cancer is deeply emotional, family-oriented, and nurturing. They care deeply about their loved ones and need a home environment that feels warm, safe, and comforting, a place where emotional energy can flow freely and gently. If their surroundings feel too harsh or lack softness, it can cause quiet tension and create small conflicts that go unnoticed but still affect the overall mood. The ZZ plant, or Zamioculcas, is a wonderful match for Cancer. Its round, full leaves and naturally twisting stems give a sense of harmony, closeness, and stability. The twisted stems represent connection, like invisible threads holding family members together, while the round canopy symbolizes completeness and emotional fulfillment. When placed in the home, the ZZ plant creates a cozy, welcoming energy that helps smooth relationships and reduce emotional stress. Choosing the right plant that matches your personal energy not only makes your space more beautiful, it helps restore balance, reduce stress, and allow the flow of abundance to stay within your home. When the environment is in harmony, the mind is more at ease. Feelings of safety and calm are easier to maintain, and big decisions can be made with greater clarity. Plants are like quiet companions, silently supporting and sustaining positive energy, making a real difference without requiring big changes in your life. So take a moment to observe your space and place your plant where it best aligns with the energy it's meant to support. When that harmony is felt, everything in your day tends to flow more smoothly, and a sense of peace can spread throughout your home. If you found these insights helpful, leave a comment with your own positive affirmation. And make sure to subscribe to the channel so you will not miss any future tips on how to create a home filled with light, harmony, and positive energy. A space that nourishes both your wealth and your long-term happiness.